don't even know what to say about these people, but we live in a clown world, and I think the video game industry is a perfect representation of what is happening. Hey, everybody, welcome to the channel. This is the Side Scroller channel where I do custom videos like this every once in a while. If you like video game news, if you want a podcast to follow, hit the subscribe button, come join us over here. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that everything is great in the video game industry, because it's not. This place is silly. And today we saw, well, yesterday we saw one of the most insane things I think I've ever seen in the video game industry. I've been doing this for 20 years, and this literally may be the cherry on top. Of course, it's all centered around the Game Developers Conference. Let's head out to San Francisco, where over 50 game developers met today near the annual Game Developers Conference for a coordinated group scream to lament the state of the industry. Yes, that is where we're at right now. We have gone past group hugs. We've gone past microaggressions. We are now at the point where we're just going to scream at the clouds. Because we don't like the way things are. Now, how did this start? Good question. This whole thing started by a couple of developers, or one developer in particular, who went out on LinkedIn and was like, hey, I'm just going to put this together. This is just kind of a joke. They called it GD Scream. It took place in an open area in the middle of Yerba Buena Gardens, and where the organizers assembled the crowd by holding up pieces of paper with "Scream" on them, which we saw right here. There it is right there. Look at that. That's crazy. So then people gathered around. They're all happy. And this person, Scott John Siegler and Carol Shaw, they said that they wanted to do this in response to the growing discontent among game developers in the face of ongoing industry mass layoffs, as well as, and here it is for you, gamer friends, coordinated harassment campaigns against marginalized individuals and overall fears of worsening industry conditions. So there we go. He said he put it together, posted it half-heartedly, just half-jokingly put it together. And what do you know? People took it seriously. This whole thing is a joke. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to scream out in the clouds. If you want to come join me, that's great. More than 50 people showed up to this thing, and it's absolutely crazy. So IGN went out, they did the journalistic thing and actually asked people about why they were doing it. And it was interesting to see kind of what some of the people said. And this one is the one I found most fascinating. So I chatted with a number of developers attending the Scream. It seemed many of them had shown up for the exact reasons of just like where the industry's at and the things we just talked about. It says, I'm screaming because I was just in a really good, valuable, much appreciated session, like a panel or something, that I absolutely hated. One game developer who asked to be anonymous told me, because we were talking about diversity in games, and we were all marginalized people, and we're all looking around at each other going, yeah, it sucks. For some reason, we have to do this, and we cannot not do this. And I don't know how to deal with the obligation of having to do this just because I'm the person I am. So you can see what's happening here. They're literally this is literally a session built around creating victims. You are the victim, friend. You came into this room. You are being victimized from the second you walked in. How did you even make it here to San Francisco, you victim? That's what this whole session was about. And people then look around and go, yeah, we are victims. Holy crap, I can't believe it. It's just absolutely insane that this is happening. And for the record, no, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be a video game developer. If you don't want to develop video games, then don't develop video games. Nobody is forcing you to do anything. That's where this whole thing is just absolutely insane. But let's get to the main event, because this bad boy, my God, you have to see it to believe it. And as I put over here on X, I struggle with the idea. Like, the fact that this is even real is absolutely fascinating to me. Let's check out this refest as it's happening. I am shocked that this is reality. I mean, what do you do? Look at the hair color. You see people in masks. Shut up. That's pointed out by many, many people. Like these are this is a mental cases. We have a mental crisis happening in society. These are the nutcases. They're all right here. They're standing in a group. Round them up. Throw some straitjackets in them. Put them in the loony bin. It's ridiculous. I don't even understand. Don't even understand it. As Hungry Hippos Cannon says, they're not gamers. You can clearly see them touching grass. So there you go, man. I don't even understand what these people can possibly be upset about. Well, yeah, okay, because they're harassed. Like, what are you talking about? Look, I get it. People are getting fired. Do you not think that's a direct reflection of maybe the games that aren't selling? And why are those games not selling? I don't know, because they are pushing things that people don't want in them. They're not making good games. Helldivers is selling. Helldivers, Power World is selling. It's just games. Just make games. That's it. Just make games. Make games. We don't care about everything else. Just make games. If you want to put a black guy in it, awesome. You want to put a trans person in it, do it. Just don't make that about them. They just happen to be that. Make everything else great. It needs to be a great story, great gameplay more than anything else. More than anything else. And of course, you see, as pointed out by Grums over here on X, which Grums has been following this just so succinctly. He says, you asked for videos of a handful of devs from that Scream Fest. Only 50 or so. These are likely the type of devs that are holding up all the other devs for hostage. There are literally thousands of people at GDC, thousands. And it's like this 50 right here. This is like the microcosm of exactly what the issue is. So I'm telling you, next year, we're going to GDC. We're going to be there. We're definitely going to do it. We're going to go to GDC. We're going to see all the nonsense that's happened there, all the struggle sessions that are happening, all these panels where they're talking about how you're the victim. This stuff needs to be seen. Like, how these sessions are private is beyond me. It's cultish. It's cultish, man. Like, you can't tell me this is not cultish. It's crazy. Look, but if you want to be a part of a cult, make sure you hit the subscribe button over here on Side Scrollers. Let's go. Hey, I really like doing these standalone videos. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Go watch more videos here and here. Subscribe to the channel. We'd love to see you back for more game. Find us for more gaming stuff, gaming entertainment news on a day-to-day basis. Find us Monday through Friday when we're live at 11 a.m. Central Time. Glad you guys found me again. Welcome back to Sanity, friends.